Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the stream. My name is Cat Monarch, and once again, Yugioh Duel Masochist. Haven't played any since last time, as is tradition at this point, so our win rate is the same as it was at the end of the last session, which, if I'm not mistaken, is for the first time over a third. So we're doing good. It's very happy times for me. And things are only getting better. There is an upcoming ban list, which will ban 2 floodgates, limit another from semi-limited, reduce the number of copies of Maxi in the game, reduce the consistency of Tenpai, of Yubel by a little bit. This isn't much of a hit. And this little bit around here is not particularly going to help me, but who cares? These little bits here, that's all going to help us, and it's just better for the health of the game overall. So, deck looks very much the same as last time. Hasn't really changed. It's got one special boy in it now, and that's the change. I could probably cut this down by a couple of cards, but at the moment I'm not quite sure what. It might be just the couple of Abyss Stungrays. Having Trap Marshmallow on is good, but maybe it's worth playing some higher value traps overall, like double hooking, which gets you 2 monsters out of the grave, or something like that. We will find out, I guess, in today's stream. And where we left off, Diamond 4, or Plat 4 apparently. Nowhere near Diamond yet. And I have forgotten to turn the music back on. Ah yes, that's where we left off. That sounds about right. Right, let's wait for the duel to start and then put the music back in. I know I say music, and I do just mean the field ambience, not anything YouTubes. I used to do that, but just don't feel I need to as much anymore. This is a good draw if the sleeves are accurate, or if the field is accurate. If the mate is accurate, it might be a good draw, but I can't guarantee it then. Also the other... oh. Well, now this hand's just full of bricks. Right, it's fine. We have the best hand. I'm definitely gonna special summon. Each time your opponent special summons a monster from the deck and/or extra. Yeah, that was really happening. It is Centurion. Sleeves are accurate. Okay, we do need them to go into the graveyard first, and Centurion do tend to play Bestials with their cards. There is a chance they just have Bestials. What do we got? Tuna? And there we go, okay. This is the one that allows them to immediately synchro summon after a monster is summoned. Alright, discard Ash, that's fine. Yeah, they were just probably bricked on hand traps by the looks of it. Right. No. Now we do it. Oh, wait. Nope, I did it too soon. Oh well. Now they're gonna use... no, they're not. Interesting. Ah, it's because... yeah, okay. They were expecting a thing to happen and they're wondering why it hasn't. It is a permanent increase by level 4, so this is a level 8 monster. What do we do with that? I don't actually know. End phase. Do we get a monster? We get a card. You know what? Maybe that's the thing to do. Let's see. Cannot be destroyed while you control a level 5 or higher. Okay. So we're just going to do Vortex. We're going to pitch this. We're going to blow this up. Then we're going to activate this. And we're simply going to banish this. Attempt to search in end phase. How are they to know, you know? Exactly. That's not the card I thought it was going to be, you know? I can now exes for 8. This is not a scenario that I thought would be happening. Yeah, we don't have an 8 exes. Right, and because it survived until the end phase, this means that we are able to summon this back in the following turn. We got a Kaiju in hand, we got Destrudon in hand, we got 2 level 8s on the field though. We don't have a 9 Synchro still. The Karakuri monster we pulled last time would not fix this because it requires machines. Have they drawn a starter? I think that's a starter. What are they sending to the grave? Another Ash Blossom. So they rather wanted to Ghost Ogre the Magnamut. Interesting. Yep. Now this is a 1-card combo that probably does most everything, but we do have a Kaiju. If this is destroyed, it floats. So there's that. It does look like they're out of search for the turn. I'm hesitant to say that. These all show the same related cards. Yep, you see, now this will come back in the end phase. We can get rid of the... Oh, wait, no. That's the whole point, right? That we can't get rid of the back row or the field spell. So yeah, it will come back, but can it pop anything? While you control a Centurion monster... Okay, we can get rid of the back row. We can get rid of this, I think. Ah, no, it's during the end phase they place Primera. But they don't have the other one, so I can get rid of the Primera. Yeah, we'll summon it back. And do we pitch Destrudo to pop anything? Because... okay, so this is protected, this is protected, but the back row isn't protected. I think we do. What have they got? This? Yeah, they've got that. That's what it's asking them about. Do they want to summon this card? It's just during the end phase, so we do have to Kaiju it. It's not particularly handy. We're going to put it here. Anima zones. You think I'm going to special summon more? That's really funny. Anyway. This is going exactly how they want. It's not going quite how I want it. I would have rather Magnemut stay on the field. But aside from that, it hasn't actually gone that bad. Okay. That is an issue, I think. Their Bestials are a lot better than ours. They've got better searches. Probably just banish something from mine, right? Yeah, there goes to Strudo. Which is annoying. But it's fine. This is summoned. Oh, that's... If special summoned, you can immediately synchro, but this is not a tuner, nor is that. Get Search Dragon in end phase. Now what? Battle phase? Run into Mirror Force? I think it is, right? Oh no, they just get Primera again. No. We haven't been through all of them. There's one. There's another one banished. Oh, okay, you're getting rid of Magna for this. Place it branded. That's removal, right? That's probably what they're doing. That's still not a tuner monster, so you can't synchro summon. Unless they're just really hoping to go for game. Okay. They are just hoping to go. Anyway. They've got this, which is annoying. But they are kind of relying on top decks, right? No, they get a search. Which means they get a draw. Yeah. That is an issue. Okay. What do we get? Wicked Witch. That's 2k. Yeah. I think we just go battle. They have a quick effect, and that's fine. They're probably going to wait on Trudea. They're probably not going to summon it. I reckon that is just the play, isn't it? This is not an ideal situation. They've given us Magnemut back, which is okay. No, they have summoned this. That's just incorrect. Because now I get to kill this. You get to draw one card. I guess that puts you on your branded things again, because I'm not going to kill this. Neither of these are tuner. Oh, is it just Chaos Angel? It's Chaos Angel. Yeah, we can't do that. Well, we start the stream strong, you know. It can only go better from here. So, let's take up the positive side of it. That's what we're doing. Because in reality, it isn't going that bad. We get to choose. Let's take first. I don't think us getting started any earlier last game would have really helped out either, though. You know, this is certainly a hand. 12 card extra, I wonder what they're on. We'll set this, and we'll set Metaverse. And call it a turn. Right, let's see what happens. Rota. Let's take a field spell. Let's not activate it, but let's take a field spell. No. Right. What are they fetching? That's the real question here, because that does determine how dead we are. Ninja. I think we have a chance. I don't know how much, but I think we do have a chance. Related. Let's see. Type 1 card on the field, banish it. Ooh. Excuse me. Yeah, this is actually ninjas as well. Including their field spell. What have I just done? There we go. Right, what do? Type card your opponent controls, destroy it. If this leaves the field, okay, that's fine. Special summon a ninja. If not all specials, you can special a ninja, which gets back the Tabari. Opponent's main or battle, confusion summon. Okay. What can I do here? I can make Anima, I can Mirror Force for like 1. You don't have to have them face up to contact fuse, so there's that. Speaking of, must either be fusion, provide control defense, cannot target when your opponent activates a card or effect, special summon a ninja. Inflicts battle damage. You set your cards in main phase. Why? This dies. Do I want to kill it, and do I want to steal it? Let's try stealing it. That's fine. They're not negating it, so we get to win the battle phase. They might steal or use one of the ninja, like, transformation traps. But the problem is that they require, like, let's see. Oh no, it's about their monsters, okay. Okay, they've got a negate if I activate a monster effect, and they got rid of it. And they got a banish. What are you scared of? That's funny. It's probably correct, but it is funny. Right, okay, what can we do then? We can special summon Anima. And we can steal. Pokemon. Target face up. That's the wrong one. Okay. Return that to the hand. Doesn't absorb anything. Defense is too high. Do that. What's the text on the one that flipped originally? Special door flipped face up. Well, you're not flipping back then. And I will set my own. Your move. I don't have a good link 2 to make in that instance. There might be other things I can do eventually, but at the moment, I think that's what we want to do. Because they can contact fuse with these two, but they still can't change positions. And this does kind of turn off what ninjas want to do. Flip. Now I've got Dark Sanctuary and Mirror Force. And we're setting up for Synchro Summon, probably. Of what, I don't really know. Yugioh. That's fine. You can target yourself, it just can't change position. Right. V-Jam. That is a really good card, but we need a decent level monster at the moment. We've got one draw before their, game plan is freed up again. What are we hoping for? What are we hoping for? Okay. In this case, Savage Dragon, I think. Or not. Okay, what else are we hoping for? What else are we hoping for? Yep, okay, make this. Okay, this resolves. What do we have? Dogfighter. That is 10. That is not bad. Any prone activates card or effect. Okay. And Graveyard goes by. Takes out ours as well, which means Savage is not great anymore, but they haven't negated it. And it does take out their grave. While you control a face-down defense position, cannot be targeted for attacks. Okay, so what's the defense position? It's probably Tabari. Right. They thinking. That's face-up defense position. I can still attack this now. Unless I'm missing something. Anyway, that should cut them off from a couple of things. Not everything. The deck is just a functioning archetype, so there is that. But I guess we find out. I don't understand why they're going through all the phases as well. Deck thinning. Get a powerhouse. Okay, that's fine. Takes the one card out of their hand that we didn't know, so that's good. I haven't activated a monster effect. Attributing a ninja, special summon any number of ninjas with less than or equal to, so they can get Tabari with that, which can't be destroyed this turn. And is that a problem? Yeah. Let's see, you can send this card from your hand to the grave, special ninja during opponent's main or battle, you can fusion. Okay, so... that's annoying, they just got the other two. Do I bother? It says during your opponent's main or battle, but it does need to be face up for that. So... they can kind of just sit on it. When this card leaves the field, destroy those monsters. Maybe that's the thing. We'll see if we can just, you know, just get Cosmic or just get Oleanoids. Obviously. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Set. Yeah, I can just attack that now, right? Targeting a ninja or a face-down monster from the field. Tribute special summon a ninja from your deck. When this card leaves the field, send that monster to the grave. Right, so yeah, they can now fusion summon again. Because they've just flipped them face up. But I don't know what they want to do now that they have. Oh, contact fuse, right. Yeah, cool. I don't know what you're exactly wanting to do. You can attack directly, that's true. You know what? This is worth it. Because it... oh, wait. Right. No, it does still lock them off the fusions. So, no, it doesn't. They just get a different one. Was there any point to that? No. No, there wasn't, I don't think. I can attack this, but I don't think that's helping me. And they just get the Maizen back? Probably. Yeah. That Mirror Force was actually a terrible play. Although I think it's less that and more that they're playing constructed deck and we're just not drawing the complete correct cards to deal with it. Banish a card. Go for it. It's probably the Ruddy Rose. Just a guess. Yep. Right. What can I do with the V-Jam? I can inflict 2,000 to myself, but negates effects. That has no targets anymore. How do we want to do? Anima's dead. I can inflict... okay, what was the trap that they got? I need to find it. There we go. Okay. You know what? I will, I think. It's a heavy cost, but it does it. We just allow that to happen. We've got Cosmic in hand. And we now activate said Cosmic. Banish this. Battle phase. It hurts. Why Why did I... Okay, I don't know why that's the way it activates, but... Main 2... let's see. Also negate their effects, so okay, ninjas cannot attack directly. It is a skill drain counter, kind of. That's how this works. But they don't know that. So we're down to top decks again, which is not a good place to be against an archetype. They have realised. I don't know what this is, they haven't used it for the entire duel. Right, and we can't really get rid of the field spell. That's the other unfortunate thing. We just keep that in hand. They have a negated monster on the field, so that is ideal at this point. What have they gone through? Well, they've gone through a number of their cards. Title face up monster on the field, change it face down, it's going to be this. They're an idiot. Yeah, I still don't think they get how this goes. They don't understand. It would be a great moment to still have Anima. We can make do, I guess. Aye. They probably book this now. But now it dies. And that's the end of that one. They've got a big kaiju, they can kill my kaiju, or they can put, you know, a counter on theirs. Don't know what that face down is, but it isn't doing anything for them. They've had it since the start of the duel. Yeah, I don't particularly want to do it. Okay, we have Oleanoid, so I don't really want to hit this. So... set. Your move. I'll keep Big Beatstick. I probably actually should have attacked into this. They are playing cards that switch battle positions. So yeah, I think, okay, if they don't do anything with it, if they don't attack in, I'm going to kill it, simply because otherwise there's a chance they book. And we don't want that. Right, and on the fresh set. Imperm. Okay, that wasn't really the hit, I guess. That's a pretty good card, though. Take those two out. Set another one. If a trap card is activated, we get an Oleanoids, which means we can start chipping in for 12. Unfortunately, I don't think a trap card is getting activated. Okay, that's a trap card. We can activate that in a turn. For the moment, set. If they don't draw a monster, we are in an okay spot. Just about, barely. And if they do draw a monster, it's still not horrible. don't know why they're going battle phase. Okay, end phase. We'll do it now. And we'll chain this. Target a monster. That's fine. I don't think that's really gonna hurt me anyway. But this might hurt you. 31. I don't know if we're gonna be able to do much more than that, though. Probably not. Not for a minute, anyway. Aw, they're getting rid of my V-Jam. That's rude. Let's see. Okay, but they can only, like, activate it once. It's then that second effect. What do you fetch? Add a ninja monster from deck to hand. Okay. Add this one. Do not redeclare, but this will. Take 100. They now have a ninja in hand with 2100. Yeah, that's a bit of attack. They got rid of the V-Jam, I'm so sad. Target this, return it to hand, probably. Okay, that confuses me. You're just setting a guy. We know we're taking damage if we attack into that, but do we want that? That's not ideal either. If we set this... What is Dancing Leaves text? Just special summon a ninja from deck, right. So we go, yeah, we go battle phase. We attack in. We know it has, we know we're taking 200, but that's fine. I forgot about that, admittedly. Do that. You're fucking with me. You're actually fucking with me. Why is that in your deck? Of all things. And have you ran out of things to do? Because that is an 11-card deck. You know exactly what's left, and whether you have an out to Marshmallow on a 1200. Yep. That's fine. It does rely on you controlling a ninja. They're thinking I'm gonna have to special summon to get over this. Which maybe I do. Maybe I don't. Maybe I will. Normal summon. Activate effect. We're gonna buck a moon. You now no longer control a ninja. Return the targeted card to the hand is fine. I think I'd rather have this on... Oh no, they get a special summon again, don't... No. But when it's flipped up? Yeah. Okay, that's fine. I'm telling myself this. Tropium. I can get a Kaiju, I can get Dogfighter back. That's kind of crazy. Doesn't have its effects, but that's still fine. We don't need the effects. Wait, how can I make Varl? Oh, that's funny, actually. But is Anima banished, or... Yeah, Anima's banished. So, we're just going in for this. And, right, now. Target Yangzing, a card, destroy them. I think we do this. Target this. Target this. Pop those. Yeah, sure, they can get rid of it with Dancing Leaves. That's fine, because this still dies, we get into the Worm. Which can then bring back something. Activate. Now that's a... Well, fuck you too, you know? Why do I even bother? What am I even trying for? Take 12. 10 cards left in deck. 9 cards left in deck. 8 in extra though. I guess they just return this. Seems to be the play. I indeed control a card. Are you on 3 and 3 of your ninjas? Or are you on 2 and 2 and some other good stuff cards? Because here's the point where being on 3 and 3 would actually be really good for them. The problem is, they can just set a ninja from their grave. They could set, like, this, and that does it. Like, the fusions. They can set anything. I guess that's why. They knew that they still had these in rotation. Yeah, they've probably still got another one in the deck. Yeah, I can't. I can't beat that. What is the ninjutsu art they're gonna set? Okay, that's fine. You haven't normal summoned yet, so there's that. You can special summon this card from your hand. Yeah, that's fine. I'm not going to activate a monster effect. Yeah, banish a ninja, target card, destroy it. That's the they really just can't deal with a paleo. Oleanoids has survived a good many turns. Now what? 700 beats. The thing is, they get in for 700, then they get in for 2-5. No. They're just gonna get in for 2-5. Or special summon it in face down defense position. We are on a rather serious clock, can you believe it? I know it's a constructed deck, I'm just, like, really annoyed that, like, I'm trying to do the cool play and do the cool thing, and then they just have, like, the counter. And because the rest of my deck doesn't play into it, my one good play goes into it real hard, you know? Like, Yazi should have just attacked, and that would have been it. That's the end, because, yeah. Just is. I said more optimism, I didn't say more friendly. So, and that took forever. That's only our second duel or something like that. That's really annoying. Like, you'd want it to be that, you know, You're getting down that low, you're getting into that real grind, and they just kind of give up that they can't be bothered. That's the ideal. I say as someone who is desperately patient because I'm trying to salvage any win I can get. FTK. But it's Exodia. It's just, yeah, it's Exodia or something like that. It's not Utopia. I guess it could be. It is Utopia. But they're playing a whole bunch of cards who don't play. Like, why are all these here? This is just wrong on every level. Budget Utopia bot. Now I have seen things. Well, we got legacy tickets galore for that, so let's go and open those, I guess. What do we get? Tyrant Burst. We're still missing the pieces. Raging Flame Sprite is good in early days, not quite as good right now. Unless we can boost it up with like a ton of equip spells. Steel Swarm Moth. Not really worth it because of Steel Swarms. Shield and Sword, again, good like earlier days card. Terrible, pretty bad, pretty bad. Performer Pal. Not particularly great. Magical Mallet for the archetype, but it's slightly better than Magical Mallet. And so we get into our first packs of the day. I realise I haven't really talked about what I've been up to, and that's because there hasn't been much to say. I have been back to my first locals in a good month. So I guess there's that. That's just 2 monsters. Maybe we want this instead of something. Transverser isn't really come... Well, it does come up sometimes, but this is just 2 monsters into an effect monster, which means we can use tokens. We can use monsters with the same name. I think we do actually play that. But yeah, I went back to my first locals for the about a month, bit over a month or something like that. And that was a good time. Hadn't played a good... Ooh, I like this boy. Hadn't played against Malice or Ryziel before, so it was an experience. It was a learning curve. But now I know. Now I have some more ideas about what happens. About what you should and shouldn't do. Wait, we have a target for this. And we have 2 of that, apparently. I need to update the generator deck, I guess. Let's just go do that real quick while I'm thinking about it. What do we want to cut? There's only one monster that... no, there are several monsters that get the boost. There's only one monster we can summon. Maybe we take out Cauldron. There we go. But yeah, playing against Ryziel and Malice was a severe learning curve and an experience. Learned that there is a YCS on in Birmingham about a couple weeks. There were still tickets. Big event. Apparently that is bigger than Nationals, so you know, I got a little thoughtful about whether I wanted to go. Kind of excited, but more like thinking about, well, do I want to? What would I play? And I kind of just ended up deciding to go. So, in a couple of weeks, for the next, like, couple of weeks, I'm gonna need to play test against the best decks in the room. But they just bricked. I would hazard a guess they have just bricked. So we'll normal summon Jurigetto. Reading. I think we set Metaverse Tribute. That feels like the better play. They are really reading a lot about this, but anyway. So yeah, going to Birmingham for a YCS in a couple weeks' time. Am I going to do great? I don't think so, but I'm just working out what I want to play. And it's currently a decision between Goblin Biker and Valmonica. Because I'm good with Valmonica. I know how to play it. It's a decent enough deck. Other people are probably familiar but less familiar. And so there are some niche interactions. I guess niche combos of their own that people wouldn't necessarily know. The deck does work under Droll because you can like pay life and gain life without applying the rest of the effects, because it's then you can, and so that's a bonus going for it. It doesn't play too hard into the Mulchamis, because you only need to summon, like, you know, on a minimum end board, like once from hand, once from extra. Which, if your opponent happens to drop both, that's 2 draws, granted. But it's only 2 draws, and you could possibly be ending on... I guess that one's like double Imperm, or double Compulse MST. But you could be ending on something like that. Plus a slight attack reduction, protection for your monster, you know. Possibly a steal if your other pendulum scale isn't at 3 and you have the field spell, so it's very dependent. I think they've just walked away and they're just like not interacting. But yeah, the other option is Goblin Bikers, which has an advantage going against Ryziel, but nothing's particularly special against Malice. And so I need to work out A, the power level of that deck, and B, is the edge worth it? Like, is the like, the thing is, Ryziel has sort of like, I think about 40% representation is what everyone seems to be saying, with Malice at 30. So in theory, 40% of my games being favourable-ish matchups where I have like a slight tech advantage seems pretty good. But I guess if the other 60% are worse because I'm playing the deck I'm playing, then that might not be worth it, you know? I did try taking Earth's Arctic to locals, and I did win a match 2-0, but it was not against Ryziel or Malice, which were my games 2, 3, and 4. It was against Tenpai. He did not draw particularly fantastic hands, and I drew pretty good. So there's that. Am I still getting better as a player? I mean, I thought I'd be a lot more rusty, and maybe just making misplays, misreading cards and such. But no, I read my cards, like, you know, fine. I wasn't, misreading or misremembering, like, how things worked. Except I was playing turn after turn around a Promethean Princess when he didn't have a fire on his board. Which means it's offline. And I was just, you know, not recognizing that. Because smart. It's the sort of thing I need to brush up on that, because I then proceeded to not play around it because he told me about it, and then play into Nib range. Which I guess, yeah, I maybe should have expected the Tenpai player to play, like, you know, a blowout card like Nib. But I also probably should have, you know, played into the princess turns earlier, in quotes, because, you know, he just didn't have fires on board, right? So, a little bit of give and take. And there you go. Just a time thing. Juragedo is the best boss monster of all time. Numera, even. So, what do you have that doesn't do it against Juraghetto? Tactics, Duster, Soul Crossing, Droplets, like double droplets, I guess, Kurikara. There's a few things. But you still could have, like, set cards to wait until you get to something. Oh well. What else did we have? They had Duster. I don't know. It's a bit of a toss-up on whether we actually win or lose that match if they had a better hand. Oh yeah, but here's the other bit. They went first, right, and then passed to us. That's not correct. Utopia support, but we're still missing, like, a Utopia monster proper. Wait, this is Tuner support. Target Tuner or Tuner Synchro Engrave. No, target Tuner or a Synchro Engrave. Special it, then you have special a Light Destroy. This is good. If Visas or would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can banish this. We have a Visas. We have a Visas. We have a stat line. This is good. It relies on us actually comboing off somewhat, which is annoying. But it does give us a reborn for our tuners. If we special summon a light, the Visas is a light. Anything else? I don't think so. That's a good Blackwing card. That's not particularly great, and the rest of these... I mean, this is good in, you know, insect decks, but... we don't have an insect deck. Nothing worth speaking about at the moment. Bayonet Punisher for the Borrels, more Raid Raptor. That is zombie support. No, during your main phase. Okay, it's a possible special summon. Lodius. Hey, another Weather Painter. Let's see, during the standby phase, if face of weather, okay. I feel like it is a good Weather Painter, but I don't know. And that is a tribute summon Duster. That's not bad, we might play that. I know we've got a lot more emphasis on special summons, or the cards that have alternative ways to be brought out. But, Harpy's Feather Duster is nothing to sniff at. What do we have that is basically a tribute summon here? Nothing. These have proved okay, but maybe it's time to take those out, and we add in this. Is that correct? Possibly not. We're gonna try it. Just for a duel or two. It does give us more outs to, like, Dark Magician, I guess. Not really. Well, kind of against Labyrinth as well. That's a weird way of doing it. What else have I been up to? Not much. Rewatching some Disney films of late. Hey, we've seen it first game. 4013. It's an FTK, is it? We're about to get FTK'd, or we're about to fail an FTK. They failed to FTK. Oh, it's Nurse Burn. Bad reaction. And Trap Trick. Yeah, but that's only one card. Yeah, that's a burn for 3,000, and then you've got nothing. Sure. You have put me back exactly where it started. And I think we just want to go summon this, battle phase, punch for 18. And We can set this as well. We can tribute a trap card I control as well, but I think it needs to be face up, probably. Let's find out. Oh, we can actually summon it. That's interesting. But I think we just want to add this. Summon Sangan, and then we'll tribute summon it next turn. Because then we get Sangan Search, and we get to blow up everything they own. Yeah, that's quite probably just the end of the game. Yeah, okay. That was, surprisingly easy. Normally burn is actually, like, semi-decent. But I guess this is because you're playing, basically Nurse Burn, which means you've got to see this or this, plus a good combination of these cards. Like, if you can get to all 3 gift card plus this or this, you do just win the game. But they can always just pop Samochi before these resolve. Like, that's a thing. Or, you know, negate Reficule. So... yeah, they just failed spectacularly. These non-games sure are interesting. Right, two more Master Packs. And we get an Ultra Rare in this one. I think we do have pretty good luck with pulls overall. Like, we've got a lot of Super and Ultra Rare cards. I don't think this is worth it, is it? No. Shiranui card. Black Winged Dragon. That is a generic 8, which protects us from burn, funnily enough. And that is a fusion monster. We could probably summon this. I got no idea if we can, but I think we probably have a Shadol monster at this point. And another Ultra Rare, back to back. That is crazy. Inzektor card. Gains 500, cannot. Okay. Add Scareclaws or a Visa's Starfrost. We don't have the Visa's Starfrost, and they don't become the same name in the deck. I don't know what Scareclaws we have. For a moment, I saw Planet, and I was very excited that we got Rota for Fenrir. Another What Tuner. And what else? Gravekeeper's Shaman. We don't really have Gravekeepers. We don't really have Inzectors, but we do have equip spells for them. So maybe it's worth looking into it. And we keep getting the old Arctic card here or there. Right, let's take a look at what Scareclaws we have. Because that might be relevant. Probably not. But maybe. Scareclaw. Oh yeah, right, we have this. And we have those two. You can add Scareclaw or Visas from deck to hand, and it's a monster specifically. Tribute your Scareclaw, target 2, destroy them. If you do, banish instead of sending. Target Scareclaw links. Or Visas. Banish any monster destroyed by battle, that's not happening. Target a Reich. I don't think that's happening, and what do these do? Gain 300 attack per defense position, so great, this could be at like, what, 1100? Well, no, it's just going to be on like 800. It is a good card, just not for us at the moment, and I guess the more important one. We can in fact make it. It's not particularly difficult by the looks of it. We've got a good amount of Shadols. And if we look at Fusion Summon, banishing fusion materials, which isn't ideal, but it would work. What else do we have? We have other fusion effects. Oh yeah, we have Muddy Mud Dragon in the extra, which, again, isn't ideal. It's not fairy. That's... I don't think it's a fiend. It's a spellcaster. Harmonic Synchro. It is a Shadow and a Dark. In theory, you could Harmonic Synchro for it. What else do we have? We have other things listed on your field. Okay, so if we have the materials on field, we can use Rapid Trigger, which we have 2 of. Oh yeah, right, we have the Eye of Timaeus. But we don't have, like, the Fang of Proteus or the Claw of Hermos. Fusion Summon a... Yep, okay, it requires the specifics. That's for machines, that's for insects. That one we can't use. It's not level 8 or higher, it's like level 5, right? Yeah. Where were we? Can't use this. Necro Slime, Fusion Summon a DDD. Fusion Summon including a dragon. That would work. Hand or field. So yeah, branded in white would do it. Problem is, it's not particularly consistent. Let's see. I don't think this works because you need to be, like, using specifically mentioned. This is a... well... I don't know. I don't know the ruling of that. Maybe we can use our 1 Havnis to fusion summon into El Shaddai Winder. I wouldn't know off the top of my head. I'm not overly familiar with either archetype, I just know Shaddai's is, like, the best flip deck by virtue of not being a flip deck. And I know that Tearlament is responsible for a great many war crimes. Although the real, like, painful part of, like, tier format was the Ishizu cards, which are rightfully banned. 940. Surrender. Remember that you're going second and just concede. And just... we're back. We're back in Plat 4. Man, what a stream. We've been here for an hour. Deragged and immediately... It's just the FTK. It's just the FTK. There isn't much to say about it anymore, you know? You can only go against it so many times. At this point, it's free wins, and that means free packs. Like, number 10, Illuminite. A good card. We have Zombie Deck. Okay. And this is very good for insects, actually. I don't know if we had one already. Looks like that's new. Likewise, this is also really good for insects. Gladiator Beast, no. Guitartles, not terrible. And yeah, those aren't really doing it. For a moment I thought it was the rank 5 Insector. It's not. It's a rank 2 or 3 monster. And more ultra rares. Is this what happens when you just, like, do pack by pack? I gotta start, you know, pulling from my main account this way. Yosenju. We were missing, like, number 3 and, like, consistency bits with them. That's an Earth Machine. And it then... oh, that allows us to just rank 5. Earth Machine rank 5, but it does allow us to rank 5. It is just 2k beat stick, but I don't think that's where we're at. Hey, for the heroes we just pulled. But yeah, we're not actually playing increase. That's certainly a monster. It's new, which means there's no point. Let's see, if this card is link summoned using it as material. Yeah, we kind of really need a second one. We're not on a particular, fire deck. We haven't really pulled, like, fire cards overall, I don't... Well, no, okay, that's not true. Fire Warrior is a pile that's building up. Has built up. Another ultra rare. They just keep coming. Dark Worlds. No. Oh, that's good. That's pretty decent as far as tuna monsters go, actually. Gets us into, like, any even level. Not necessarily odds. And a hidden super rare, another Grand Soil. It's weird that we've got a duplicate. Jelen Duo is okay, because you just put it in defense position. 2 tributes for a Light Fairy. That works on Red Dragon Archfiend, so that isn't happening. That's it is the Ancient Gear. It is a special summon. Doesn't make it any better. If you control a Tessina, if you control a Tessina, and that's how you stop reading. That is a payoff and a half, right? Banish Dragoonity. That's not a once per turn on the first effect. That is banish as many Dragoonities as you can from your grave to banish as many monsters your opponent controls as possible. If Synchro Summoned is destroyed, you can special summon a Dragoonity Synchro with 3,000 or less from your extra deck. That just goes in the Dragon deck. Like, it's a 10, so it's not the easiest to make. But it's generic on the non-tuners part, which is where it matters for us. Because the tuner part, Dragoonity tuners, we have that covered. Right, where is it? Goes in. What goes out? Possibly this? I don't know. How often are we making this? How often are we making this? This is actually slightly easier because we have... Oh, that's a 7. We don't have a 5 tuner, do we? We have one way to make it. But that does give us, like, multiple ways to make this, then. So I guess it's, yeah, it's worth keeping this in. Okay, so what do the Dragoonities do when Synchro Summoned? This, in theory, is going to be Chain Link 1. So the last thing to happen. And then we could, what, equip this to this. It's not a Synchro Summoned card anymore. Oh, but it's the Dragoonity trap. This thing. Yeah, we can bring it back. It won't be Synchro Summoned, but we can bring it back. What are the requirements? Winged Beast, non-tuner, 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 Dark Pendulum, non-tuner, 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 and non-tuner. So most of these are generic. I don't know if we should be playing Tidal. That's not how you spell ruler. Right. This synergizes more because it's more of a wind deck. It takes out a tribute summon. And let's see. discard this card in a water send, which is in theory really good, but we have 4 waters total. You can discard this card on a win to add a dragon. That's a lot better. You can I think we do. And then we take a look at Dragoonity Trap. We probably put that in. Just the one, I'd imagine. That's another tuner. Do we have Wing Beast Dragoonities? We do. That monster is treated as a tuner. A Dragoonity tuner. Yeah, it doesn't care about the Winged Beast being tuners. It is then equipped with this card, that's mandatory. But it then... Okay, so you could then just Synchro Summon for 6. I think we put that one in. And these... What was the theory behind these? They just float. During the end phase, if this card is in the grave because it's destroyed, yeah. So they just float. Adds a Dragoonity Spell Trap or Dragon Ravine. And in this case, we've got 1. I think we make that 2. That's definitely an improvement there. Yeah, that one was new. Okay. And this is interesting. I don't know if it's worth putting in good stuff deck at the moment. It's level 1, which gives us nice level modulation. But beyond that, I don't actually see much reason. As it is, this deck has a lot of cards which are probably questionable. Okay, let's jump back into it. Only need to win another 4 times, you know, and then we can rank up again. We just won 4 times in a row, right? It's not going to be difficult. There's no way. Took them a while to decide first or second there. As far as hands go, this is certainly one of them. Okay. There go 6 cards. From a 14 extra. And I don't really like where this is going. Although that's not terrible. Like, that's fine. Yeah, that's okay. Just... Now, they could have, like, Mirror Force cards and such. Magic Cylinder, what have you. Indeed. We can summon out Battle... Well, no, they're on Barrier Statue Turbo. We might not be able to summon out a Battle Vader. We could probably normal summon Timebreaker. Wangu. Normal or specialed, and it's 14 or less, so if they have more copies of that, that's actually a problem. Are they just reading Swords of Concealing Light for the first time? Wondering why they aren't playing it? thinking? They've got 4 cards in hand, 2 draws per turn, 2 set monsters. They're staring down, you know, the Book of Moon for 2 turns, and a Paleozoic. Just normal summon. You know, that isn't a barrier statue, but they could have another one. Could have another normal summon, because they do get 2 of those with Morganite. Ah, but they don't, which means I can Battle Fader. And that means I can Anima. It also means I can tribute it for Dogfighter, which I'm probably gonna do. End phase. Let's kill this one. Mirror Force again. Forerunner as well. That's actually really, really good. Because if this dies, we have other things we can do. We just want to kill this one. This is forced into attack position, it can't change. They could summon from the extra deck to get rid of it, but they'd need to put another monster on the field or use a fusion spell. Standby phase. I've got a lot of monsters on the way. Mage power. On this thing, right? Yeah, okay, you can kill the Dogfighter. That wasn't the right move. I'm not sure if you know that. Until your next standby phase. These don't special summon, these return to the field. Right, now what do they do? You got 2 cards. It's a very simplified game state. I don't know what's going through his head right now, but this really isn't that complex. They are not playing a particularly complicated deck. I don't know if you can tell this. And I think that's the correct thing. Stun can just body us, but it can also just, like, lose if it doesn't get the tempo going. They had Raigeki and Crackdown, I guess. They also had, you know, they could have got to Moon Mirror Shield, but they really didn't actually have that much to draw into. I'm not sure how they realised that. I'm also not sure why they're not on 15. Because, like, in theory, you want to be able to possibly summon this. Like, the Masquerena is good, so you could actually access some of the rest of these. Anyway, critiquing stun. Something that's entirely unnecessary. Right, let's go see what we can get. The best elemental hero. Look at this boy. Just big round. He is probably, quite possibly my favourite elemental hero. Ignite support, we don't quite have enough of them. Golem. Another Dragoonity. Is that one new? No, it's not. And it's not great. It's okay, but no better than some of the others we have. We don't have the fusion materials for Mudball Man, and even if we did, we wouldn't be playing them. Got a super rare, maybe? Perchance? Gaia, Fierce Knight. Okay. That's the first part of the Gaia deck, I guess. Having the fusion material. More Amazoness support. They really are just kind of like kicking me about this, aren't they? Should old core, Oversoul, Unification. Interesting. I don't think that's worth us playing. I think even in a stun deck that's not worth us playing because a lot of our monsters are just different levels. Now in theory this is just shiny cards rather than a super rare. Evil monster, so not particularly great. That is a photon. We have photon things. I can't remember what they are. Azir, Zombie Sport, and... Huh. Battle with damage severed this card's attack. You can reborn Miniaturia. But it does rely on your opponent doing something, which is very weird. Materialization, Cupid Pitch. This is a decent modulating synchro. Problem is, we are synchro summoning this using exactly Sangan and the Little Octopus, or Airbellum and Battle Fader or V-Jam. And then it becomes a level 5, so it becomes 2k attack, and you've got level 5 Tuna Synchro to search for a monster with 600 defense, I guess. Sangan is a search for 600, but the problem with that is that that's possibly one of the fusion materials, so I don't think it's 100% good. Yeah, just have a quick look. What does have 600? Okay, this has 600. We don't want to search it. Great. We have 2 monsters with 600. One of them we do want to search, but it's probably being used as the fusion material. And the other one we don't want to search. We frequently see it in our hand, and we don't want it there. But are the pulls good? Kind of. Like, Cupid Pitch is a good monster. Just not for us right now. Not for this deck. Might be worth checking out for the Dragon deck. Because we do have a lot of lower level tuner monsters, and possibly that... Well, yeah, no, we have some lower level non-tuners as well, thanks to the rockets. Which means we could probably make it a level 6. Put it up to 2400. And that's a level 6 non-tuner, or level 6 tuner synchro, which is not terrible. Well, I don't like where this is going. But on the other hand, if they can't get to Jug Speeder... Oh, it's Light Swan. Oh. Yeah, go for it. What are you milling? Sure. What if I were to just special summon Fenrir? Hypothetically. Just saying. I'm not saying that, you know, we would have won the duel on the spot, but I kind of understand the reaction. Like, they have a competent... Well, I don't know how competent the Light Sworn deck is, because I'm not sure what names you should and shouldn't be playing. If you do actually just want to play all of them in pure, just so you have, like, the count necessary. This is stupid. Like, yeah, well, you have 25 or more cards in yours, but it's got a summoning condition on it. It has to be summoned this way. So that's a dumb move. Alright, nice playing some Yu-Gi-Oh! That we are. Just casually winning a game by summoning Kashtira Fenrir. We are, as of the moment, Platinum 4. And it's been a long grind. For a Masochist deck, I think we're doing rather well though. We are over a third win rate. I don't have the maths on me to calculate exactly that at the moment, but I think if we didn't win another duel for 7 duels, we'd still be okay. Which is kind of crazy. We could just lose another 7 and still be at a third. I've not had such luxury in a long time. Maybe ever. Thank you. Right, let's open some legacy tickets, see what we've picked up here. That certainly is a card. I don't want to play it. Not in anything. Okay, we have some various water support, but not for a water deck. I like, yeah, the Yugioh anime is good. I've watched, let's see, what have I seen? I've seen Duel Monsters through to Arc V in completely, with the exception of Season 4 of GX, the one that never got dubbed because basically everyone's died. Oops, forgetting to pull the packs. 2 master packs because we're in Platinum. Get to treat ourselves. Watch the anime and see some gameplay. Nice. Staging security. If that wasn't you, that's that would be okay. If this card is already on face of the field, gives us tokens, but it's once per turn. But you haven't played it. Master Duel is, I think you've watched the first few seasons. Oh yeah, of GX I've watched seasons 1 through 3, and I have watched, like, in whole, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime up to, and including Arc V. Like, I've seen most of it. I've watched some of Reigns, but not all that much. We have the ritual thing for this. So into card games or into horror too? Kind of. Not particularly. I haven't really played, like, horror games extensively. I'm very into Souls-like. Souls-like is an itch that ever continues to, you know, demand to be scratched. Sparkman. That's neat. Oh, in terms of, just, like, actual, like, video game or something like that. Is that what you mean? They released a sequel to this card. And that's the Fusion for a Burning Abyss. We don't have the Abyss in question. That's zombie support. It's not bad. But yeah, do you mean, like, TCG, or do you mean, a video game? I guess is the question. Let's jump into the next one. I always fear when they have a Pot of Greed, mate. It never indicates fun. I'm going first. It never indicates fun. On the one hand, I have played a good amount. I've played Dark Souls 1 in entirety. I have played most of Dark Souls 2. I have played the early game of Bloodborne a lot. And I've played a little bit of Dark Souls 3. I haven't played Demon Souls. I haven't played Elden Ring. Got Elden Ring. Haven't played it. What's the hardest card game I know? In theory, I don't really know. Everyone says Yu-Gi-Oh! Is one of the harder card games. I can completely understand that, but I haven't, I haven't played other card games, so I don't really know. Like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Has Damage Step and Obscure Rulings. Magic has the stack, and however that interacts with various things. Oh, they're gonna go full combo. They're gonna end on like 5k towers, aren't they? I have Kaijus, but not in my hand. So yeah, the answer to that question is, I don't really know. I don't think Magic is inherently complex. Magic feels like it's very simple to get into, and very beginner-friendly in a way that Yu-Gi-Oh! Isn't. Pokemon, I don't know. Like, I've seen Pokemon cards, I know what they look like. I'm getting Contact Fused. You must know of Sunbro. If that's in reference to Dark Souls, I know of Solaire. If that's in reference to Magic, then no, I don't know what you mean. I have tried all the Souls games little by little. Dark Souls I've played through, like, beginning to end several times, like, collected, I think, just about every item in the game, like, over time. I haven't played, like, every kind of class. Yeah, that was just gonna happen. Dark Souls 2, I've played basically the one save file to the end of the main game, some of the DLCs. That's off-putting. It is Overload Fusion. That's still probably just game, isn't it? You get into a double-attacking Cyber Dragon, double-attacking Cyber Twin. No, it doesn't need. It needs to be bigger than that. What are they making? But yeah, Dark Souls 3, it was the sort of bit, one of my friends had it installed on his Steam, and occasionally when he comes back from London, we would just kind of play it over drinks and that. Not particularly, you know, playing it well. This card can attack opponent's monsters. They haven't read how that works, have they? They thought that was just the end of the game. So yeah, that was Dark Souls 3. That's why I've played a very small amount of that. Ah, that's why I'm getting a little confused. Okay. But yeah, what else? And then Bloodborne, I played a lot of the early game, simply because another friend has PlayStation, and he has Bloodborne on it, and we've made it almost routine that you would just that's unfortunate. But we've made it almost a routine, almost a ritual, that you would just I mean, I'm special summoning once and then tribute something, so that's fine. Tribute set. They can attack all monsters once each. No. Times, it can attack times the, so what, 4 attacks? 4 attacks, that's fine. But yeah, the guy, another one of my friends has Bloodborne on PlayStation. Yeah, I stream regularly, Monday, Thursday, around 7, well, yeah, this stream has been going for about an hour and 40, so that lets you know roughly when I start. I don't know what time it is for you. Yeah, you get to attack into this thing, which dies, and then it floats unless you've drawn Ash Blossom. Activate. Special summon this in defense position. And activate, pay 1,000. Right. So yeah, it is like Dark Souls 3 was. It's the kind of party game that we were doing and just kind of, you know, we'd go around his, we'd alternate on death, and it'd be a lot more of us, and again with drinking, so we're all very familiar with early game, but not so much with like mid to late game Bloodborne. And then Elden Ring I really want to play, but I want to play it like on my own thing, and I haven't got the space, well, I haven't probably got the power to actually like play it properly. That's going to be the issue. That's really funny. I think I can just synchro for 12 with this, right? They can contact fuse, which is the problem. But they... Oh wait, they added a Cyber Dragon's hand, didn't they? Yeah, they added a Cyber Dragon's hand. Which means what? I'm getting contact fuse next turn. Not to be rude. Oh. I'm coming up with my own very slowly. It is super slow at the moment in terms of the work that's being done to it, but it just, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, we just synchro 12. Like, I'm coming up with a banner, piece by piece. It is currently being done in MS Paint when I remember, and when I feel like it in free time. And as for a profile pic, I don't actually have an idea. I'm going to finish the banner and then do that, because I got slightly annoyed with being asked very, very often by artists, well, by people claiming to be artists, whether they would, whether I would allow them to do some commission artwork for my profile pic and for my banner. And I decided that, you know, it's why not grab their contact details? Maybe there'll be a time when I actually want that. And that was the idea, and I've just not used any of them because it looks like half of them, if not all of them, are doing AI art. And no, I'm not going to pay for AI art. Yeah, there's the contact fuse. I've been streaming for quite some time. It's just I haven't done a logo. Like, I've been streaming on and off for the best part of a year. Maybe best part of a year. Maybe a little bit less than that, but something close. That... Wait, no, that's a good draw. Normal summon. Yeah, I am. Very, very slowly. Right. Verte would be funny, but I can only special summon synchros from the extra deck, so I want to just get back my Cosmo. Put it in defense position, put it here. Activate. Target. I targeted the wrong monster. I'm a big dum-dum. Yeah, normal people might be just, like, lumped in with the bots by mistake. But at the same time, like, it feels too coincidental, like, some of the art styles these people use, like, while the effects, or while they are not exactly the same, like, it's not the same image, however, it feels like, they're trained off maybe the same set of images, trained off the same bot, whatever you want to say, because a lot of the styles feel like this slightly cartoony kind of thing. What do you do now? They are tributes. So, okay, they're making Infinity, which I think is just game. Yeah, Infinity is genuinely just game, because I targeted the wrong monster. I needed to target the Dogfighter and synchro off with it. I wanted to float. Or I needed to special summon back one of theirs and put it back in the grave, I guess. I mean, yeah, you can do that too. you have multiple options. Oh, they're just gonna they're gonna punch. Did we have a way out of that? Yes. I just screwed it. But yeah, there you go, that's the... There you go, 25. Just hit the Chaos Mirage, that's game. That was the wrong move. You can't out-Destrudo. Like, you just can't out the Destrudo. I now get to make you spend a negate on the Cosmo Dogfighter. Because otherwise I get access to a level 7. Yeah, there you go. Like, that was dumb. It's also now 500 attack weaker, which means I can get over it slightly easier. I do still have Yazi in the extra deck. And Scrap Archfiend, I guess that does it as well. Any level 4 non-tuner. That's not that. I activate Kaiju Waterfront. That goes fine. Nice having someone in chat, by the way. Thank you very much. It's nice to have someone to chat to for some period of time. Just the attack, my friend. This is defense. They can't out-Destrudo. I guess victory. Yeah, you can attack. You can attach your own Cyber Dragon. You can. You sure can do that. Bellum. Yeah, I think we actually just want to put this in defense, let it die, get the Kyoto Waterfront to activate again. We want to get this up to 3 counters, search for a Kaiju, and probably do that, because it'd be fun. Right. You can add a light machine or target and shuffle. They're going to add a light machine from deck to hand. I think we've got it, but it's at the same time such a razor's edge that I don't actually know. That's on 2. Add a Cyber Spell Trap. What Cyber Spell Trap do you add? Fusion. And or your face up banished. Okay. That's fine. They're going to attack into this thing. It's going to get 3 counters on Kyoto. We can search. They negate the search, dropping their own attack again by 100 or by 200. Oh. What counts here? These are Cyber Dragon of the Grave. Oh, they are machine monsters. They are just machines. 2 monsters. Chimera Tech Rampage. When fusion summoned, you can target spell traps, destroy them. I mean, that's fine. You go for it. I will just protect. And that's not an effect that you can negate. You can... you've already slurped this turn. And it's not boosted in terms of attack defense. The thing is, if they don't negate Kyoto, I'm not sure if they realise that they're just fine. Activate. I'm going to search for a kaiju. Well, now I'm fine anyway. When a crowd that targets one card on the field. Right. I've done this slightly incorrectly. I'm pretty sure I've done this slightly incorrectly. Because that is technically an effect that targets, so Jizkuru can negate, right? All equipped spells inherently target. I grabbed the wrong kaiju and lost the game, right? Yeah, that I did. Can't believe it. Then you can destroy a card on the field. Yeah, I gave them the wrong kaiju. If I gave them the lightning... I've done that before as well. If I gave them the lightning kaiju, it would have been okay. That would have been fine. What was the rest of their extra deck? That's kind of funny. I think it's objectively wrong, but it is kind of funny. What are we doing? Getting back into it. We lost that one. Oh, that is such a stupid misplay, and I've done it before. I'll probably do it again as well. I've got two kaijus. I've played them. I know their effects. I still give my opponent the wrong kaiju. It matters. It's a light machine as well, so that was extra the wrong kaiju as well. Right, what can I do here? I can stick Fenrir, plus Mirror Force and the Unchained card. Set, your move. Was there any reason to special summon an attack? Not really. What do you do? Horus. Alright. Fenrir is not an instant win. But does it matter? I don't know. The Horus thing protects... Can't be destroyed by card effects that do not target them. So Mirror Force actually does nothing. And they are just summoning conditions. You can attack into Fenrir? Yeah, you can attack into Fenrir. They should just realise that. Summon in Seti and go. If they now activate a monster effect, that's dumb. Yeah, there you go. That's just correct. Like, objectively. Yep. Ah, that's it. Fucking fantastic. You know, you love to see it. They didn't want to send it. Interesting. What can we do? If another card by opponent's card effect, yeah. Okay, so what is the issue here? Everything. They're on Horus. I know that sounds very defeatist, but we genuinely don't have an out Horus here, and if we don't see it in the next card or two, we lose the duel anyway. I am being optimistic in the fact that, hey, we're actually doing pretty good. Like, yes, we're in Plat 4, and we're kind of, like, getting about a 50-50 here, if a bit worse, honestly. But it's not all that bad, actually. Right. Let them do thing. I'm gonna get the cup of tea that has been very kindly made for me. Send Polly. Chimera, we lose. At least I think we do. Oh no, we on you, Bell. Why are you using the pot? Okay, I'm slightly confused. I don't know what else is new. Me being confused seems like a standard. Or just, you know, part of the status quo. No, they are playing Chimera. They're just also playing Yubel. I'd like to stick around for this, but we just can't win. They're popping off, they're going first. We have got -1 random card in hand. So we're still starting with a 5-card hand. Yeah, you're just playing both. Along with Dragoon, because, you know, just play Dragoon. And a Crystal Beast. For this, for a field spell? I hate it. I just hate it. They're playing the 1 Azurine with the 1 Silhouette. Yeah. No, detest it. Terrible. Right. Let's see if we have any better luck. Go first. Hopefully it's not Horus. We've got a load of good cards. Our deck is actually, as far as Masochist standards go, I think a pretty solid deck. But the problem is... Ah, they're on FTK. No problem here. But yeah, the problem is that, of course, just because it's a solid Masochist deck doesn't mean it's a solid real deck. And it being a Masochist deck, a lot of the better cards are just at 1, either because they are genuinely limited, and then we don't have the archetype to back it up, or they're at 1 because, you know, it's a Masochist deck and we're only pulling one of them. It's still insane that we pulled Fenrir. Same type and level, different name. I don't think that's relevant for us, unfortunately. That's good for the dragon deck. It's a wind. It's a level 3, which I don't know how much that matters, but it does come back in end phase, and it just cares about if it was destroyed. It's a one-of anyway, so I think we play that. That's a weird card. Big Eye. Flying Fish, Mesmeric Control. Okay. It's not even... Wait, it's not new? Oh, wait, the other one's probably a structure deck thing, or starter deck thing. So that's why. I'd imagine so, anyway. Ritual Beast. Soul Pendulum. Good for the Pendulum deck. Gives us extra Pendulums. Yeah. How many counters max? It doesn't say how many counters max. Each time you Pendulum summon... Each time your Pendulum monsters is Pendulum summoned, place 1. So only ever gains 1 counter for Pendulum summon. Tiny Thief card. Good for XCs. Another super rare. Tuner plus 1 or more non-tuner X Sabers. That's not bad. But we don't have good non-tuner X Sabers. A Blackluster Soldier original. Late Floodgate. That's an inverted barrier statue, but it's not terrible. Mass Change 2. I think we do actually have Mass Heroes. The third... We've pulled 3 of this, by the way. We don't even remotely have an Earth deck. And if he does leave the field, it costs us a battle phase. That is a genuine cost for us. We need to end the game as soon as possible. Which means us, you know, using the battle phase to the best of its ability. And, you know, using it full stop. Okay, this works in an insect deck that we are slowly building up, definitely. It's also just a big wall. Fluffle Owl. That would also work in the set deck. I don't know if we have other Ogdoadics. I'm now questioning how I should actually say that. We don't have the regular Cyber Dragon. We have Cyber Dragon Imposters. But it does Surge Jizakira. Which is pretty good. I don't know. Karakuri. We are slowly getting more cards for that. Not enough to really be a full deck, but slowly getting more. Right, those packs haven't really changed things drastically, but they are interesting. I think we should take a look at our X-Sabers anyway, just to double check. Okay, we do have a few. Let's see. Destroyed since the graveyard by a card effect. This is a good... Okay, this is a good X-Saber card. The issue is that we need exactly this guy to be of any use to make an instant 5, which is this. And then it special summons from hand. That's the field spell. And then, yeah, it allows us to bring both of these back out, and then you could go from this into this. But this dies in end phase. Yeah, I don't think it's really worth it. Like, we have cards for it, just not the right kind of cards. Let's briefly check. Okay, we have this, but it's too high a level. We need the level 4s, of which there are 2, and they are, I think, both supers, actually. Yeah, it's not happening. Oh, wait, no. There are 2 normal rare level 4s. So we could get those. Grand Soil, that, and... Ah, yeah, Mass Change. Later cards. Anki, which is just any dark monster. Could attack directly, inflicts halved. Any light monster. No. Wait, how does that read? This is treated as a special summon with Mass Change. Okay, so yeah, you can... Yeah, you can do all these. So that's a water, that's a light. You can banish a hero from your grave, target face a monster on the field. Loses attack equal to the attack of the monster banished to activate this effect. I mean, we could just play Anki. We have a few darks. We could also just play this. I don't think it's quite worth swapping things out from the extra deck. We've gone into this a time or two. This comes up, this comes up, this comes up. This is good when, you know, you can make it. This has come up. This has come up, this has come up. This hasn't. This could. It's not likely, but it could. This does. This has, this does. Neither of these two have just yet. So I guess there's that as well. Things to think about. We were going to swap one of these two anyway for Baba Baba, so we could more easily climb into Zeroboros by converting tokens into effect monsters, because this is good for that, but the fact that it requires 3 is a bit... I guess we could just get rid of this. That's another way of doing it. Because that requires 3 non-link monsters and condenses your field a lot, whereas if you just take 2 tokens into the 1 effect monster, you still have 2 effect monsters. I don't know, I'm overthinking things, probably. We could realistically cut this. But the thing is, it'd be a 4,000, because the way you want to make this, that we can make this, I think, at all, is exactly Orochi plus Curtain Raiser. Or, let's see. Yeah, Orochi plus Curtain Raiser, really. And that makes it a 4,000 Piercer, which can then summon this out of the extra deck. But given that that's so specific, and this is at least a little bit more general, in the fact that, like, you can get this, like, one of these two and Curtain Raiser. Or, let's see, what else can you do? You can, if you can level mod to make this a 4, you can use, you know, that plus Curtain Raiser. If you could level mod to make Destrudo a 5, you can use it with Timebreaker. Oh, and of course, wait, is it just 1 plus non-tuner Dark Pens? You could use both of these plus the Orochi, which then gives this piercing, right? No, it gives it 800 extra attack, which makes it 3,300. Right. Thoughts. I think we do cut this. I think we cut this. Barber goes in. It was just a... It was somewhere down here. There. And then we could cut something for... but it's a discard. You know what? No, let's put Transverser back in. That's not... Trans... There you go. Let's do that. Let's just say that's the edit. Right. I will be right back. I just have to go take care of something. So, mute the background music, mute mic, and stick on some YouTube music. And we are back. Game music back. Maybe that's a bit quieter, I don't know. Right, yeah, let's just get back into it. Repositioning the setup after leaving the setup is slightly awkward. Down with someone's rank up game. What if we just, you know, snatched it away from them? Hypothetically speaking. You know, as I said, hypothetically speaking, those sleeves do not scream the kind of thing I want to see. Being completely honest with you. What are they thinking on this? Maxi. Yes. I was going to special summon a bunch. Just text I'm not reading, you know? That feels like what that is. Don't want to call them out, don't want to say that, you know, they're not reading. But they're not reading. It's pretty obvious. Toy. So they are on white. No. What? Why have you normal summoned this? Yeah, sure, go for it. No, I'm not going to do anything. Take 500. Sure. I can just normal summon Jurigetto, which means it plays around more Charming Maxi. They discarded Maxi, so maybe that's a decent idea. Alright, let's see what happens. Metaverse. That's actually a decent draw. Normal summon. Eternal Soul. You're gonna use Eternal Soul. So is it just a Yugi kind of like character deck of up-to-date archetypes, I guess? We've got Yugioh a face down, we've got Mirror Force, and we've got Dark Sanctuary. Dark Magician is unaffected. Yeah, negate the attack, and if you do, so because they're unaffected, it won't negate the attack, which means they don't take the damage. It also means Mirror Force doesn't work. Unaffected by your opponent's card effects. It's not unaffected by counters. Counters are not your opponent's card effect, I do believe. And they have set a monster. Do I want to get Kaijus? I'm genuinely unsure. This is probably too high a defense. It's not. Very entertaining duel. Much is happening. Do we get Kaiju? No. We hold. I can accelerate the game. I can accelerate the game. It's effect fail. Nope. Okay. It's fine. What are they thinking? They have something for that. Flip. Yeah, they have something here. Imperm on the V-Jam. Then you have a second Imperm or are stupid. I'm gonna assume the latter, actually. The smart players would assume the former, but they just use Imperm on it, so... yeah. Opponent is not the smartest, are they? Let's take a look at the deck. They're on their rank up game with this. No. How are you on your rank up game? This is awful. You don't... It's just wrong. Like, yeah, you've got substitutes for Magia, but you're playing bricks unless you can get to Magia. Bricks unless you can, you know, get to Red Eyes Fusion. Okay, I guess this isn't brick. Brick unless you get to Red Eyes Fusion. Brick unless you get to, you know, the other parts of Magia. One of. This isn't worth playing. This is. You can cut this. You can play another one of this. I just, like, it feels like it could be a lot better. Dark Magician players, you know? I played Dark Magician all of one time in some kind of event. I can't remember what event it was, but it ended up being just like, oh no, it wasn't an event, it was me trying to fulfill one of the proficiency tests. Forget which one. Ah, well, doesn't matter. Got another UR. Wait, that's Cosmo. That's good. Like, that's a good Cosmo spell trap. We don't have a way to search it, but it is a good card. That's funny. It is a level 2. Speaking of my dilemma of Valmonical or not. Thor. I don't know if we have a Nordic Beast tuner. If we do, this is like half worth playing. It is a 3500 that can just negate the face-up cards they control. And floats. It is, like, the only bit stopping the Nordics from being, like, generically playable is the fact that they require, like, a specific tuner. We don't have Gimmick Puppets. Flamvels are not worth it. Light Swans we do not have. That's, we have one Vesus, and it's not the Vesus. Another one of that, another one of that, another one of that, and Armoroid. That does count Speedroids being tributed. It also counts Vicroids. I don't know what we have. I don't think we're playing a Roid monster. And besides, it banishes all spell traps, so it's good, but it's going to be better against us than our opponent, probably. Unless our opponent quits from Confusion. Let me just take a look. Like, our deck doesn't have any Roids, right? No. Not in the extra either. No. We do have an amount of Roids in the collection. Just not really worth playing. Right, Cosmojo. Target a Cosmo you control, destroy it. Banish one card your opponent controls from their grave. We are still streaming, right? Connect to chat. We didn't just drop any frames. Let's just go back a bit, check the stream. Yeah, okay, good. How many Cosmos do we have? We have 7 Cosmos and a 47 card deck, so it's not the most likely that we see them. We would want to cut this down if we're going to play Cosmojo. It is a good card, though. Cosmo. We are playing every Cosmo card. It's just the rest of them are not particularly... we need to be playing a smaller deck, and I don't think that's actually to our benefit. Let me just check out Discord real quick, people are posting things. Anyway. Yeah, let's just get back into it. Didn't really change up the deck all that much. We didn't check for a Nordic Beast tuner. We should probably do that still. Because Magnamut is pretty summonable when we see him. And if we have a Nordic... Oh wait, no, it requires 2. Actually, that does complicate it a little bit. There are 2 things stopping him from being as generically playable, you know? Okay, we got Clockwork Knight and a set guy. I think we can live with that, right? This guy is 13. All of their guys are reduced by 5. This guy can come back and give us a draw. If they attack over this and then attack again, we've got a Battle Fader. They've got a 45 card deck, 13 extra. Okay, they don't like the Clockwork Knight. Good to know. Sage with Eyes of... Yeah, they don't like the Clockwork Knight, do they? Although I don't know why. Like, this doesn't... Right, okay, so they make Blue Eyes. And that goes to the grave. That... Okay, that's actually really good that they outed their own card, you know? And then... Okay, so what... Blue Eyes monster from deck. What is the Blue Eyes monster from deck? Pray tell. Spell Trap. Yeah, sure. If you have another Blue Eyes, you can get in for some bigger damage. Did you just... Alternative? You're not... That feels like a really dumb idea. Like, I'm not sure if you realise, but like... especially when you have a Blue Eyes in hand. You had lethal. You already had lethal. You have made it subsequently worse for yourself. Like, I am just going to Battle Vader until the end of your opponent's turn. It's not the original attack though, so... Oh, and they put it in that zone, yeah. Yeah. Nice game plan. You committed, like, drastic overkill. And what? It's just... Yeah, you don't have Xyz material for it. I think we do bring this back. Because we can then equip this with Moon Mirror Shield. Yeah, why not? Let's bring this back. We can draw one. They can Ash it if they want to, or they can let us draw. We draw. Special. Anima. Steel Blue Eyes. Steel Blue Eyes. Normal. Activate the Book of Moon effect. Book this. Activate this, we're just going to put it on you. Then we go Battle Phase. We attack with this over this because it only has 0. Attack with this over that because Moon Mirror. Attack 3000 direct. Vanish. Spec from hand. 2k direct. This floats. This gets banished, this goes to the bottom of the deck. This is just 3k, this summons a token. And we got Yugioh. Now, we did give them a draw. But I don't actually know what they do. Pitch Blue Eyes. Okay, you got 1 Blue Eyes in grave, 1's equipped to my guy. You get 2 Blue Eyes. There's Jet, which is a problem. There's Chaos Max. You have a Blue Eyes in grave, so you can actually just Ritual Summon Chaos Max using the jet and then summon back the jet. That might be what they're going for. No, they're fusion summoning. Yeah, they haven't used any from field, so they don't get to pop anything. How many monsters are they using? Because you have... Okay, that was 2. There's Tyrant. Unaffected by traps. Can attack all monsters your opponent controls once each. Ritual Summon. They still can't clear Draw Hand at the moment. Like, they can't... Well, no, they can. But they need to destroy something else first. Please attack into Draw Hand first, though. It'd be, like, cosmically funny. No, you're not supposed to do that. Stop it. That's unfun of you. On the plus side, they have to make a choice between attacking the Draw Hand or attacking the Dogfighter and, like, shuffling one of those back. This floats. Activate Float into... I think we save this in defense position. Nice. Thank you for outing it. Title 1 card your opponent controls return to the hand. We'll pay the 1,000. They're gonna target this, but, you know. At least they should. Yeah, there you go. Right, that goes to the bottom of the deck. We don't need that. Because the point being that they can just, like, do it again next turn. We could clear this. But, yeah. Chaos Mirage. Oh, wait, Chaos Mirage? No, 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 that's good. Normal? What do we have? We have a negate. It doesn't get any attack. What do you have banished? Nothing. What do I have banished? Negate its effects. Cannot special summon from the extra deck except light or dark synchros. And what do we have in extra? Yazi is dark. Ball is dark. Star Eater is light. We have to synchro summon into Borrel. That is the game plan. The effect is negated. So we get this. We fucked up. We fucked up. No. Target. We did fuck up. The play was to not actually banish anything, or to not even use the effect. I think. Yeah, we kind of screwed this, didn't we? Was there anything we could have done, actually? Synchro, just... What? Synchro for this? Target one? No. You know what? I don't think there was. We kind of just lost it. Fuck, man. if I didn't pay the 1,000, we would have been in it, but it wouldn't have been great. Like, it would have been possible. Oh well. You'll learn for next time. And I seem to be doing a lot of learning for next time, so I'd like to, you know, be ready for next time. We are at the point where I've been going for nearly 3 hours, so, you know. It's soon to stream end. Fabled. Insert dog voice. That's not Fabled. You wouldn't do that in Fabled. I don't think so. Oh. Like just, what, Masochist deck? Hell yeah. Either that or, like, constructed stun deck. Have Kaiju. Bye. Where are you putting it? Awesome. Cool. I'll take a free draw. Don't know what else they have, but I'll take a free draw. That's slightly unfortunate. This is probably just constructed stun deck, really, when it comes down to it, but we do get the Sangan Search. And then they get the Untus. And then they can't Ash the Sangan or something like that, so we'll take it. This is in the wrong zone as well. The plan was actually to just, like, normal summon. Yeah, what do you do if I do this, huh? Pass turn. This is in the wrong zone, though, and that is actually going to come back to bite us. Like, really hard. We've got Battle Fader, we've got a... we got a 2-turn defender, but the problem is it gives them a draw. Their draws are going to be much more valuable. Although they do have less of them. Negate and Battle Phase. Misplays. Misplays for days. Crackdown. You know what, that is kind of neat, kind of funny. Set. Full turn. They are thinking. Got 2 face downs and my Kaiju. The Kaiju doesn't do anything, so it's about your face downs. Punishment. Type the Battle Fader. Send Untus. Untus effect. If you target the spell trap, that would upset me. Could you not? Like, what the hell, man? Yeah, we've kind of done ourselves over literally by the placement of Yugioh. We've lost the game. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna try and draw. You wanna draw? Yeah, maybe you shouldn't. What do we have in terms of Synchro 8s? We have Boral. We have Ascan. Normal summon. Hello, Mystery. How are you? Evenly matched for 1. Like, are you kidding? That's a choice. That was dumb. That was so stupid. But yeah, I'm doing alright, Mysteries. How is yourself this fine eve, day, whatever it be? Time Terran Morganite. Yeah, I'm now on the clock. I do have a 1500 attacker. I have a 2000 attacker. Any upgrade. The thing is, if it's torrential or something like that, then that's still okay. Because it just floats anyway. They are really thinking on this, aren't they? Judgment. Negate Destroy. They're banking on the fact that I don't have a different thing. We go with Wicked Witch. We can't pay for it anyway. It's bigger beat stick. They're in a losing position. All we have to do is top deck an 1100. Just playing Call of Duty. Nice. Sounds like you're having a good time. Okay, that's fine. But yeah, there's the Moon Mirror Shield. I probably should have killed it. But they could have a second. They have a second normal summon. And now you have to pay 500 life points. I only need a 600 attack monster, and you lose the game. Duel of the Century. That is a 600 attack monster. we so very nearly screwed ourselves. It's not just Cosmo. Wait, we did it. We did practical exam. We get a bike. No, it's title. Oh, bike was last one. Now what? Inflict 100,000 battle damage for 5 legacy tickets. We're gonna be here some time for that one. That's gonna be streams. 1 Scareclaw Tryhard. They're all in defense position. What's the maximum possible battle damage? Okay, so it's 3,000. 3 attacks. 3,900. So 3,000 times 3, so that's 11,700 plus the, so it should be this. I'm happy they give you the time for the math. Use Blue Eyes Chaos Max to attack Metamorph Fortress, which is special summon by its own effect to quit Dark Position. How much battle damage will be dealt? I mean, presumably just 500. It's going to be an attack. I don't understand you. Was it in defense position? I don't know. Wait, which of the following is not one of the effects? Paying 1,000. That's an effect, that's an effect, that's an effect. You pay 1,000 for cost. Bujin Solo, which of the following is not one of the 3 sacred weapons? I'd argue it's gonna be Peacock. It's Crane, okay. Who knows that? Which these monsters cannot be XE summoned by using an Abyss Shark and a Crystal Shark. That's both waters. That can. Number. No. Wait. Why is it Abyss Dweller? Oh, it's... Yeah, no, yeah. Just through that a little bit. Has attacked this in face-up defense. Changes battle position, but then it gets changed by this, so... It remains in defense. It's that one. You declare an attack with this on an opponent's blue eyes, and you, the opponent, because yours applies. Battle damage can only be reflected once. Its original attack would become 2,000. So it should be 35. We failed that, right? Okay, no, we just barely passed it. Right. Best start on that grind in a minute. But yeah, we do have Cosmo monsters in the main deck, but it's not a Cosmo deck. It's just a small package to get us into big beat sticks and to float a little bit. Also, because the 2 pilots we have are level 4, they're good for synchros. No. Definitely not. We have there's possibility for a stun deck, but that's not great. And no. Yeah, our Cosmo deck consists of 3 copies of Good Witch, 1 copy of Wicked Witch, 1 copy of Dogfighter, 1 copy of Forerunner. And we do have 2 Cosmo traps we're not currently playing, because our deck size is a little bit too big. And it feels like it's not going to help out. We did just pull an Unedited earlier, which works with this, but we got to put them both in Grave. That's our second Spark Ban. Got 2 of them in the same stream. Normal Pendulum Tuner. I don't know that that's going to be particularly helpful. Maybe, but it doesn't feel like it. A Silver Gadget. Maybe that's good for the machine deck. It makes an instant rank 4. So there's a chance that yeah, works out. That's a decent card. I just don't know yet. Another Pain Painter. Another Magnet Force. Another Big Bang. I like this guy. Nordic. Oh yeah, right. We need to check out our Nordic Beast Tuner monsters, if we have any. Nope. Definitely no. And a DD card. Flame Tongue. That's generic-ish. 2 fires. Face-up spell traps can't be destroyed. Type 1 your banished fires, add it to your hand, but you can't activate cards or its effects. You can just summon it, though. It's interesting. It's probably not for us, but it's interesting. And this is generic, so that could go in a stun deck, I guess. And speaking of deck, Nordic Beast non-tuners. No, Nordic Beast tuner monsters. Because one of the things we have managed to get today is Thor, Lord of the Aesir. That's not it. Yeah, we need... what, this or this? Yeah, we need one of these 2, and we don't have either. So, Thor is unsummonable. We have Vivaldi. If this card is normal special summon, you can add Nordic Relic. That's if you control an Aesir. That's not how you pronounce it, but you know. So yeah, we can make this 2300, and then it gets to search for another one, which doesn't matter. Okay, so we don't really have the Nordic stuff. What about Hero? because... Okay, so we can now summon this, because we have Muddy Mud Dragon and we have Sparkman. Oh wait, we have Bowlman. So yeah, we can also summon Mud Bowlman. We're starting to actually be able to fusion summon a lot of these. What else? This requires Sparkman. This requires Evil Heroes. Wait, we have Evil Heroes. We have Necron. We have Malicious Edge. We have Prodigy. And Infernal Gainer. So yeah, we have Evil Heroes. But we don't have a way to... Oh, must be special summon with Dark Fusion, right, so we need the field spell and then an alternative way to summon. Yeah, so it's still, like, not really plausible. It does give us, like, something to mass change for lights, but I don't think it's really worth it. Is it also really worth us playing the one of this? Like, the draw is helpful time to time, but... Let's try cutting it. Yeah, let's try that. Small changes. Oh yeah, since you were last in stream, by the way, there is actually, just before we jump into the next tool, I guess, one very important change to the deck. This boy, which we managed to pull last stream, right at the tail end, so, well, not at the tail end, but at the second half of last stream, we managed to get this boy, and, yeah, that's improved the power of the deck significantly. We've had a couple people just kind of, like, surrender or give up because we've summoned Fenrir. So, you win some, you lose some. In this case, you just win some because you drew a guy. Well, losing, you lose a rank. They're having a bad time, but we are prone to those ourselves, so there's no guarantee of victory. Also, they get to choose, and we are going second. The mate has no guarantee of what they are playing. Although they are on Blue Eyes sleeves and mate, so maybe it is Blue Eyes. 8 extra. It could just be 2 structure decks. We have a decent start. Discard Whitestone. That's also a pretty good start for them, though. Get Blue Eyes. Get Alternative. Do they have Jet in hand? Maybe, maybe not. What can we do? Clockwork Knight does just beat over. Like, this goes up to 22. Gets boosted by 5. That drops by 5. But what is the face down? That could be Mirror Force. You know? That's several face downs again. Okay. Sure. I mean, you've got Blue Eyes in hand. There's no Jet Dragon. This special summons a Blue Eyes monster from deck. You could get Jet Dragon, but then Jet Dragon relies on Blue Eyes being present in grave. On field or in grave. Okay. So you could get it into rotate. They're getting it into rotation. Oh, and this is Blue Eyes on field. Is it Blue Eyes in grave? It is in grave as well. What about Clockwork Knight? Change it to machines. Pendulum Scale. Other cards you control. Or Special Summon. Not Pendulum Summon. They've got something. Yep. Oh, I activated that in the wrong order. Damn it. Okay, we're gonna banish this, and then we destroy, because this will go to grave. This will vanish. Pop. Banish. Fine. Battle phase. That was the wrong way to do it. It could cost us the game. It is Mirror Force. Man, who could have guessed? Right, okay, we have Sangan for next turn. Yeah, the play was definitely to banish the Jet Dragon, but unfortunately, we haven't done that. They don't have a Blue Eyes on field or in Grave though, so we are still able to destroy things. That's currently okay. If they put a Blue Eyes on field or in Grave, they're kind of screwed though. All Haunted. That's fine for the moment. We let them do that. You don't have a Blue Eyes on field or in Grave, so we'll do this now, and pop Call Haunted. Oh right, other cards can't be destroyed. My fucking bad. Forgetting. Yeah, okay. Idiot. Right, we set Sangan. That is the play. We may have screwed ourselves more again. This is not going well for us from something that should have been fairly easy. Like, we had a commanding position, we just kind of... we screwed up our chain links. And you would not think that I'd gone to locals and done okay. Managed to play and destroy Tenpai. Yeah, Mirror Force. Because that's how this works. And yeah, I guess we get this now. 1700. Now it goes by. Don't know what they have as their second phase sound. We're gonna find out, I guess. Just stop bringing it back. Also, they're being kind of stupid. The Call of the Haunted should have brought back the little thing. Anyway, I have a discard, I can just Lightning Vortex this and get rid of it again. I don't particularly want to discard that, but it is the play. Why won't you stay dead? Is it Mirror Force 2? You're fucking with me. That's permanent. You... I'm losing to such an absolutely terrible deck. On the other hand, I am playing terribly. Can't deny that. They will eventually unbrick, and at that point I probably deserve a loss that I'm about to get. I can't really do much with this either, that's the prop. Well, no, I can make Barber. Type of always monster in your grave, add it to your hand. Like, yeah, you can add the Jet Dragon to your hand. I don't know if that does anything for you. End phase, it doesn't do anything for you. Right, okay, what do we have? Forerunner. That's a good tribute summon. Sangan. Gimme. What do we want? We'll get V-Jam. 33. Start clearing. This floats into Dogfighter still, right? Yeah, floats into Dogfighter. And then that can float into another Cosmo. We have V-Jam, which can just act as a blocker. Maybe we should have gone for something higher so we definitely have lethal. Set. End phase. Okay, what do we get? That's fun. Unfortunately, we need our thing to die. We're just gonna set now, and then just go battle. Sure. We're gonna slowly recover our life. This can float. We got 2 tributes on the field. We don't want to do it that way, but we could. Not that it does anything. This is if special. This is if special summoned. And that possibly just the game. Yeah, that is just the game. Game. What are you doing? You have something. Flip. Summon. Then yes, I did need to attack with all 3 of those. Alright. Should we have won that? Possibly not. On the other hand, their deck isn't that great quality, so... here or there. It's probably 2 structures. It feels like 2 structures slapped together. With a couple of extra cards just thrown in for good stuffs. Some of it better. Some of it worse. And how long have we been going? 3 hours. Okay, let's treat ourselves to the last 2 master packs of the night. And call it a stream. Because it has been going some time now. Right, we get an ultra rare again. Can't be used... oh wait, no. Can be used as synchro for a non-TG. It just, you know, gets all its benefits if you TG. We do have water cards slowly coming together. It is a thing. kind of. This is terrible. That's our second item. Oh, that's interesting. More Dark Magician to support. And another Celestial Magician. I mean, it is a good card. It's a UR for a reason. It's just not anything that's like a UR for us. And another one. Like, we are getting some very shiny pulls. Cyphering Gear Beta, not our... Ooh. We're just like 5 cards from having the Utopic Future Draco. Utopic Draco... Yeah, you get the thing. The Omni Negate line. That's not what we're meant to do. Right, we got a rank 5. Detach target level 5 and either special it. If a level 5 is destroyed while you control this. So you need to have a target in grave first. But you can just do it. Okay, sure. And Nimble. Mutamorphosis. Tribute a fusion or synchro special summon a monster from your deck at the same level as the tributed monster's level. No other specifics. This is good in, like... Well, I say good. This is a card you can play in regular decks. Like, the thing they're showing is an old fusion monster turning into Cyber Dragon. I don't know if we can really... Like, if we had instant fusion, then we could do something with this, but, like, I just don't know what we get with it, right? In terms of our synchros that we want to make, like, 7, 8, 10, and 12. We don't really have anything that we then want to tag into the deck. It's not a quick play, which means we're using it for plays, whatever it is. Level 7s from deck. Oh, this does get Fenrir from the deck. If you can make a 7 synchro and you have this gets Fenrir. Well, maybe we have to consider it. And the UR is Fossil Dig. That is a UR-worthy card. It is Rota for, like, you know... It is just Rota. Different type. That's all. I don't know what kind of pulls we have for dinos. It might be worth just... We'll take a quick look. Claim these and take a quick look. What do we get? Dailies. And something for replay slots. Okay. Those replay slots would be valuable. Were we not already, you know, streaming and recording these, basically. That's interesting. Anyway, dinos. What do we have? We have cards. Oh yeah, this guy's a dinosaur. We were playing him for the longest time. We've got Zeno. During a main phase, it's a tuner. You can destroy special. Do we have a level 6 dino normal? Because that's what that goes with. It's what you want. You want, I think Frostosaurus is like the advertised card. But it doesn't look like we do. We have a 4. That's a 4, that's a 4, that's a 3. That's a 4. 2. 4. Wait, no. This is a 6. Problem, it goes to extra deck, not to grave. Because the whole point is that you then make, like, these guys. Oh wait, if you use it as Xyz material... Ooh. So what does that do then? Handle deck, accept. Okay. Sure. And then, if this card has no materials, then target one of your banished dinos. It doesn't really look like we can do anything properly with it. Not anything that's really worth doing, unfortunately. Because we don't really have things that banish dinos either. We're still missing, like, Driver. As much as, like, getting all these Psy-frames is cool, we just don't have Driver. This one is a normal special summon negate, which is pretty good. And that's Battle Fader, but we actually have Battle Fader. Fusion or Synchro? The thing is, it returns to hand. So, what else can we do? So, we can make 7s, that gets Fenrir. We can make an 8. It tributes it, so it does put it in the grave. We don't get it back. So you'd make this, you'd make possibly Ascan, which would get you into Abominable Unchained. That's a special summon you get to discard, destroy a card. It comes back to hand, so you can special summon it again, possibly discard, destroy again. It just feels like it's a little bit too niche. We do summon from the extra deck. It's just not quite that frequent, which is the problem. If we're making a 10, we're probably in a good game state anyway. If we're not in a good game state with a 10, then tagging back into, like, Dreaming Nemleria or a Kaiju is not going to do it. I guess the Kaiju is, like, marginally more attack, and then threatens removal. But Nemleria is a Buckamoon, and typically it'll be 2/9. It's weird. It is a weird one. Anyway, I think... Oh yeah, we've made a start on our battle damage. 8,400. Anyway, where are we at? 871, 296. So yes, we are in fact over 33% win rate. Let's go. 290.3 would be a 33% win rate. So yeah, we have 5 duels over. It's not much, but it's something. Does that mean we're at a 34% win rate? Might do. Might do. That does please me. We have got one more stream this month, right? Why am I going back to that one? We need to be going back to Duel. Yeah, we've got one more stream this month to see if we can do anything. Where are we at again? We are... Oh, we're one more win from Plat 3. Oh, that's something to look forward to next stream, right? Wait, we're on an... Oh yeah, we're on an even number because we claimed our rewards after, right? But yeah, that's something to look forward to next stream, I guess. Thank you all very much for joining in. It's been nice to have some people in chat and just kind of, you know, interact, chill, have a good time. If you're watching the VOD, thank you also for tuning in. My name is Cat Monarch, and we shall be doing this the same sort of time in a couple days, Thursday. Until then, my name is Cat Monarch, and I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye for now.